Hello everyone, you're watching VRM24.com channel, and today we're going to disassemble Samsung Galaxy A04. First we need to remove the SIM tray. For this we use a special tool inserted into the hole and push the card tray out. After that, using a thin tool or a piece of plastic film, we need to release a few clips. We insert the film into the gap between the back cover and the display frame near the SIM tray opening, disconnect a few clips, and then we can switch to using a thicker tool. Carefully work our way around the edge. We need to be very careful around the side buttons because they are physically located there. Now we can open the back cover. And as we can see, antenna traces are placed on the back cover. Next we move on to removing the screws in the upper section. For this we use a 1.5mm Phillips screwdriver or a Phillips #30. It looks like all the screws are the same, but it is still recommended to place them on a special surface in a specific order for assembly. Sometimes screws don't thread properly in place into the round hole. Then we need to use a non-metallic tool to disconnect the upper cover. Carefully lift it from the edge and remove the cover and set it aside. After this, we also use a non-metallic tool to disconnect the battery connector. Next, it is better to cover the camera lenses. We use a special protective film for this. Gently cover the lenses so dust or debris doesn't get on them. And notice that we apply the film not onto the lenses themselves but onto the rim around them. Now we move to the bottom section and remove the screws. The screws in the lower part look similar to the ones from the upper part, but it is best to keep them separate just in case. Then we proceed to disconnecting the bottom cover. We find the right spot to pry, carefully lift it and remove the cover. As we can see, the cover has contact pads. Next we disconnect the coaxial cable connector and the display flex connector. And now we can remove the subboard. Carefully pry it up and take it out. The subboard includes the charging port, microphone, headphone jack and other components. In the display frame we are left with the speaker and the vibration motor. And here is our traditional quick microphone opening test. The microphone hole is located in the display frame, protected by a mesh, and has an L-shaped path. The microphone itself is located on the subboard on the opposite side of the hole. So if we insert anything into the microphone opening, we cannot damage the microphone directly, but we can definitely damage the protective mesh. After that, we move back to the upper part. We need to disconnect the cameras. Carefully lift them, remove them and set them aside. We also disconnect the front-facing camera. It is also better to cover its lens with a protective film so dust or debris doesn't get on it, and set the camera aside. Now we can disconnect the interconnect flex cable connector, the display flex connector, and the coaxial cable connector. Then we remove the motherboard. Carefully lift it from the edge, take it out and set it aside. Finally, we move on to remove the battery. Please note that in our case, to remove the battery, we used a thin plastic film and isopropyl alcohol. This model has a PLS display, almost the same as IPS. This means it is a multi-layer display that can let liquid seep in. It is highly discouraged to use isopropyl alcohol on models with such displays. In our specific case, a small amount of isopropyl alcohol is acceptable only because there are no openings under the battery, and that could lead directly to the display. So we apply a small amount of isopropyl to the film and gently detach the battery. Carefully work along the edges, don't rush, don't pull, and don't force the battery out. Be very careful with the interconnect flex cable located at the bottom, since it may get in the way. Eventually, we can separate the battery, gently lift it, cut through the remaining adhesive under the battery so it doesn't interfere, and remove it. And set the battery aside. And that completes the disassembly. Thank you for watching and see you in our new videos, either on our Telegram channel or on our website.
Okay guys, now we're done. Thank you for watching. If you like what we do, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, read our articles on our website. Take care of yourself, and until next video.